Men chase, but legends, they walk away. The moment you stop running after a woman, something truly dangerous happens. Something she never anticipated. Her entire reality begins to shift. You aren't merely removing yourself from her life. You are cutting off the vital fuel that has long powered her ego. The instant you cease to provide validation, attention, and energy, she starts to experience a profound sense of powerlessness, a feeling she has always desperately sought to avoid. Have you ever observed a woman's behavior completely reverse course when a man genuinely stops caring? One moment she might be arrogant, entitled, treating you as just another option. And the next, she's constantly checking your social media, sending "hey stranger" texts, and finding the most trivial excuses just to initiate a conversation. You find yourself wondering, wait, is this the same woman who ignored me? Does she suddenly miss me? The answer is no, she doesn't miss you. She misses what you provided, your energy, your validation, your unyielding desire. This profound transformation is precisely what occurs when a man truly grasps his own intrinsic power, and it is the very reason why you must learn to walk away. Women are incredibly adept at navigating power dynamics, often using manipulation and psychological understanding rather than physical strength to control men. They don't necessarily need to love you or even deeply care about you to maintain influence. Their goal is simply to keep you constantly wanting them. This is the intricate game they play. They offer just enough attention to keep your interest piqued, just enough affection to make you believe you are uniquely special, and just enough validation to ensure you remain thoroughly hooked. However, the moment you attempt to fully claim them, to solidify the relationship, they instinctively pull away. This withdrawal is strategic. If you feel too secure, too comfortable, or too much in control, they perceive a loss of their own power. Consequently, they will subtly starve you of affection, just enough to compel you to chase even harder. They might delay their replies to your texts, cancel plans at the last minute, or suddenly become busy when they once showed immense eagerness to see you. The common response from many men is to redouble their efforts. They text more, call more, and strive even harder to prove their worth. This is exactly what she wants, for the more you chase, the more control she establishes over you. Yet a dramatic shift occurs when a man finally gains wisdom, when he awakens to the reality of the situation, and when he decisively chooses to stop participating in her manipulative game. When a man stops texting first, stops calling, stops chasing, and stops trying to prove his worth, he ultimately chooses to walk away. The immediate impact of this action sends ripples through her carefully constructed reality. Initially, she will likely pretend it doesn't matter, acting as if she hasn't noticed anything amiss and that everything remains normal. But internally, she enters a state of profound panic. Her mind desperately assures her that this is impossible, that he couldn't actually be leaving, that he's merely playing a game and will inevitably return. In her experience, men always come back. She has tested this theory countless times before. Most men, she's observed, will break within a few days, succumbing to desperation and caving in. However, this time, something is fundamentally different. You are not texting her, not checking up on her, and certainly not begging for her attention. It is at this critical juncture that the first fissure appears in her reality. She begins to test the waters, liking one of your pictures, sending a casual "hey" text, or simply viewing your social media stories and then waiting for your response. In these moments, she is engaged in the most perilous activity for her ego, waiting for your reaction. She constantly checks her phone, anticipating that notification, clinging to the hope that you will respond. If you do, in her mind she wins, because it confirms that you were only pretending to walk away. But if you maintain your silence, if you truly commit to walking away, her entire sense of control over you shatters. This is when her initial panic transforms into intense self-doubt, leading her to question everything, and thereby beginning the next profound phase of her experience. Initially, to shield her ego, she constructs a convenient lie. He's just playing games. He's trying to make me jealous. He'll eventually get bored and come back. Yet, as the days bleed into weeks and you remain unresponsive, her psychological defenses begin to crumble. She fiercely resists admitting the truth and struggles to accept what is truly unfolding, but she cannot escape it. Deep within her, she feels something entirely alien, something she has never before had to confront: rejection. Women are not accustomed to handling rejection. Men, on the other hand, encounter it constantly, enduring ghosting, ignoring, and being passed over as a routine part of life. For most of her existence, she has had an abundance of options, a steady stream of men chasing her, complimenting her, and begging for her time. Now, for the very first time, a man has definitively walked away. This forces her to ask herself a terrifying question. Perhaps I wasn't as special as I always believed. This moment marks the onset of crippling self-doubt. She finds herself spending more time scrutinizing herself in the mirror, taking longer with her appearance, and relentlessly scrolling through your social media, consumed by the gnawing fear that you may have moved on. Her entire identity, meticulously built upon the conviction that she is inherently desirable, valuable, and perpetually wanted, is now under severe threat. When a man she once believed she controlled no longer desires her, she is compelled to confront an unwelcome truth. She starts asking herself, am I losing my looks? Did he find someone better? Was I not good enough? These questions torment her, driving her to feel a novel emotion she never imagined she'd experience for you: jealousy. She begins to speculate about other women in your life, meticulously checking who likes your pictures and scrutinizing the comments on your posts, because astonishingly, she has now become the one chasing. This internal conflict eats her alive. While she will meticulously conceal it, continuing to act as if everything is perfectly fine, inside she is consumed by turmoil. This profound internal distress is a key reason why women often return, as they are simply not built to process the idea of a man who moves on and never looks back. The deeper this pain cuts, the more desperate she ultimately becomes, bringing her to the inevitable final stages of her reaction. At this juncture, her emotions have spiraled entirely out of control. She has traversed through intense shock, denial, panic, and debilitating self-doubt, spending countless nights staring at her phone, compulsively checking your social media, consumed by the single question of why you haven't returned. She has now arrived at the most self-destructive phase of all: rationalization. This is where her mind employs elaborate tricks to avoid confronting the brutal truth that she lost control over a man she presumed was beneath her, a man who was never supposed to walk away, a man who was supposed to be crying, suffering, begging her to take him back. Instead, you are doing the precise opposite. You clearly do not care, you are not watching her stories, you are not texting her, and you appear utterly unaffected. It is here that she begins to meticulously rewrite history, constructing a narrative to justify your departure so that she never has to admit to herself that she was, in fact, the problem. She will start to fabricate lies to herself, murmuring phrases like, "I was never truly that interested in him anyway," or "He was too obsessed with me and it was unattractive," or "He was simply too weak, which is why he couldn't handle me. I truly deserve better." She will tell her friends that you were excessively needy, or that she simply wasn't feeling it anymore, going so far as to convince herself that she was the one who ended things first, despite your definitive departure. She will fervently pretend that she is unequivocally better off without you. However, it is crucial to understand that she isn't primarily trying to convince the world. She is desperately trying to convince herself. Deep down, she knows the uncomfortable truth. She carelessly squandered a man who possessed genuine power, and she lost a man who steadfastly refused to be controlled. This realization is what relentlessly torments her from within. She avoids sitting alone with her thoughts, shies away from true self-reflection, and vehemently refuses to admit she made a mistake. So, what is her immediate response? She swiftly seeks out another man. This impulsive decision marks her biggest error, immediately jumping into a rebound relationship. She snatches up the first available guy, often a less confident, eager man who will readily worship her, someone she would never genuinely desire under normal circumstances. She does this not to love him, but to use him as an emotional bandage, desperately attempting to cover the agonizing pain of losing you. She needs someone to temporarily fill the gaping hole in her ego, someone to continually reassure her that she is still desirable. She yearns to see a man chasing after her again, solely to feel valuable once more. This is precisely why you'll suddenly see her posting ostensibly happy pictures, embarking on vacations, and portraying a life that seems impossibly amazing. She wants you to see it. She wants you to believe she has already moved on, and she specifically wants to provoke jealousy in you. But what she fails to realize is that the only person she is truly harming is herself. Initially, it may appear as though she is succeeding. She has a new partner, she's posting more, smiling more, and her life appears flawless. Yet a fundamental problem quickly emerges. She doesn't genuinely respect this new man. Deep down, she instinctively recognizes the truth about men who are easily swayed. She knows this new guy was far too easy. He didn't make her work for his attention. He lacked the self-respect to say no to her manipulative games. And instead of walking away, he eagerly ran towards her the instant she showed the slightest interest. And women, fundamentally, never truly respect men they can effortlessly control. Consequently, her attraction steadily wanes. She begins to realize this new partner doesn't truly excite her, doesn't challenge her, and holds absolutely no mystery. He doesn't make her feel like she has anything left to prove. Suddenly, she becomes profoundly bored. And when women experience profound boredom in a relationship, they often seek excitement elsewhere, sometimes leading to infidelity. She starts texting other men, she goes out more frequently, and she slowly begins to pull away from her rebound partner. Before he even fully grasps what's happening, she has already moved on. And yet, who does she start thinking about? You. Because now, she clearly recognizes her monumental mistake. She foolishly traded a strong man for a weaker one. She actively downgraded. She carelessly threw away genuine power for temporary comfort. And that, unequivocally, is a mistake she will regret for the remainder of her life. This intrinsic dynamic explains why women almost invariably return. They do not come back out of true love for you, nor because they genuinely miss your company. They return because they believed the grass would be greener on the other side, only to discover they were standing in a barren desert. They return because you represented a formidable challenge, and they carelessly exchanged you for a mere doormat. They return because they foolishly thought they could do significantly better, only to realize they had lost the single best thing they ever had. When that crushing realization finally dawns upon them, it is already irrevocably too late. By the time she finally figures it out, you are already well and truly gone. Now you are the one who is unreachable, you are the one who has definitively moved on, and you are the one who is genuinely free. This, above all, is the ultimate power that most men tragically never grasp. They persist in chasing, they continue texting, they constantly beg for attention, and that is precisely why they consistently lose. But the men who profoundly understand this intricate game, the men who walk away and mean it with every fiber of their being, they become the only men whom women truly respect. The fundamental truth is this: women do not love men they can easily control. They only genuinely respect the men who unequivocally refuse to be controlled. Once you internalize this profound understanding, you will never again find yourself chasing a woman. You will never beg for attention, and you will never squander your precious time trying to prove your inherent worth, because you inherently are the prize. This profound message must reach those men who are still trapped in this cyclical pattern before it becomes too late. Be the man who walks away. Be the man who firmly controls his own destiny. Be the man who is never afraid to lose her. For once you embody that man, you will never truly lose again.